our form these last 3 games has been really good, which means we're probably setting ourselves up against RB Leipzig today. And then we got Atletico Madrid afterwards, and that's going to be a tough game as well. But I like our chances. I would be happy with a win and a draw in either one of those. As long as we come up with like a total of 4 points between the 2 games, I'll be relatively happy. My name's FM20. It's time to get real. Well, after I'm not going to call them disappointing games. I mean, beating Real Madrid was very good for us. Drawing against Leipzig, that still kind of hurts us. It puts us in 3rd place still in our Champions League group. We're 2 points behind Juve, and frankly, we need some help, and I don't think Galatasaray is going to help us. After Leipzig, we drew with Athletic Club 2-0 thanks to goals by Tollefson and Verdonk. We came back to win this. Jan Vera had 2 goals, and they were 2-0 up, and we frankly clawed the drawback. We were very lucky to do it. I broke out the 4-3-3 simply because a lot of the squad was tired. I really wanted to rest my wingers. Slimano and Kerma are actually decent attacking fullbacks, if that makes sense. And I have the midfielders to play a 4-3-3. And I actually have the strikers to play a 4-3-3. Maria's my advanced forward. Verdonk's a complete forward. Hurst is a pressing forward. And it did. I'm not going to say a great job because Maria had a 6-4, Hurst had a 6-6 before I pulled him out. This wasn't the best game for us. I think what was really in our favor was that Athletic Club kind of had an off game. It doesn't really look like it, especially when you look at the match stats, but they missed so many chances. And a lot of the stuff was it was stupid. After Athletic Club, we played Cadiz. They've been kind of the bogey team for this save. You never know what you're going to get when you play Cadiz. It could be the team that beats you 5-0. You could beat them 5-0. And instead, we decided to meet in the middle. We won 3-1, thanks to goals by Hrvanik, Kerma, and Barry Verdonk in the 74th minute. Again, we played the 4-3-3 just to kind of give the guys some more time with it. We practiced it during the week as well. They got a gimme goal in the 93rd minute. It was a complete FM job, and it was just... It was one of those where you just want to throw your hands up in the air and walk away. It was annoying as heck. The other thing that really kind of bothered me is we got 4 more yellow cards this game, too. 2 of them in the 94th and 95th minute, which was just... I'm going to call that hometown refereeing. But Kerma had a player of the match performance. He was absolutely fabulous, especially in the defense. My 19-year-old my 19-year-old left back that I bought for a decent sum from Sochaux, 37 million euros. Hopefully he will grow into that role. He's only 19 years old, as I clicked too far again, but as you can see, he is getting better. The mentoring group he's in has really helped his determination. He's well on the way to his 4-star potential. If you ignore that 4.8 rating in the Champions League game, he's having a very good season for us. I think it's one of those cases where looking at him and Broderson, he's already so much better than Broderson. It's not even funny. And he's already much better than Broderson, especially when you look at the spider chart as well. So I think my one saving grace is that Broderson can also play defensive center back. But I've got a dearth of players there as well. Especially, I've got a bunch of defensive midfielders. I'm retraining people playing center backs. So I think Broderson is probably going to move. If not this transfer window, next transfer window for sure. He's young. He's got potential. He's just... I don't know if he's going to see it here. He's 2-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. He is, let me go here real quick, 20 years old, so he's only a year older than Kerma, but Kerma's already leaps and bounds ahead of him in areas where it counts. But he is a very good left back. Frankly, I think if he had a little bit more pace and was a lot better in some of the technical skills, in particular crossing and dribbling and things like that, he'd make a very good winger. But at the moment, he's just kind of running in place. And for a guy we got on a free, I think we can sell him for a decent amount of money. And against Deportivo, we thoroughly stomped them 5-0. Maria brace a goals, Tolleson a goal, Uche a goal, Israel a goal. We were 4-0 up at the half, and they just kind of mailed it in. I mean, the only kind of disappointment in this game was Seferovic, and that's because he really didn't have a lot to do. Deportivo had 10 shots, 5 on target. They had 1 woodwork hit. They had no clear-cut chances and 2 half chances. He just kind of stood there and watched as we played in their half almost all game. Everyone else was just absolutely fabulous. If I'm looking at this correctly, if you don't count the people who came on as subs, when a 7.7 from your midfielder who was playing because Malo hurt his leg, and he's only out for a couple weeks, but Malo hurt his leg. When a 7.7 is your lowest score amongst your starters, or your front 10, I should say, if that's even a thing, but the 10 guys who aren't keepers, that's a very good thing. So currently, as it stands, we are 2 points behind Barcelona. This keeps resetting itself. No, it doesn't. Robert Maria leads us with 13 goals and a 7.69 rating. Slimanu, 6 assists. Seferovic, best pass completion rating. Maria, 4 players of the match. I got a bunch of players with 4 yellow cards each. Our 34 goals scored are second highest in the league. Our 10 goals allowed are second best. Our 30 yellow cards are first. And we're topping off the stadium in Granada. The good news is our new stadium is going to be built this coming summer. And I think if I go to the board, the Granada Stadium is 19,336. And we're 99% capacity there. And then if I go to the board, I don't know where it is on this skin. There was on the other skin, it would show you what was in progress. Yeah, here we go. Build new ground in progress. Completed July of 2033. So another 7 months, 8 months. So, okay, we've got Leipzig coming up today. If we look at the Champions League group, we're third on 4 points. Juve is playing Galatasaray again. Galatasaray's been thoroughly stomped. I don't expect them to help us at all, which means we need to beat Leipzig. That'll put us on 7 points, even with Leipzig. Juve will probably win. That'll put them at 9. And if we beat Leipzig and we score more than them this game, we'll go ahead of them. So with that said, I'm going to double check my best 11, set the reserves, and we're going to come back for a Champions League match against Juve in just a bit. Well, Uche is still out with an injury. He could play, but it'd be one of those cases where he'd probably get injured. He's not match fit by any stretch of the imagination. He's still got the orange thing by his name that says he's injured, but it says coming back shortly. And frankly, I don't want to risk it. I got Seferovic in goal, Kerma, Uche, Stevic, and Furstein as the defensive back four, Slimano and Petrov as the midfielders for Donk and Israel as the attack midfielders, Roberto and Maria up top as the strikers, and I completely forgot to take Bates off the bench. That's okay. Slimano is playing the ball-winning midfielder because he's my best available option there. I would much rather have him playing defensive right back, but at the same time, I would much rather also have a defensive right back who's comfortable in the role. And so far, for the moment, Slimano is not comfortable. So Furstein's there. If Furstein starts falling off, we'll bring Slimano back and probably bring on Hranek or something like that in the midfield. And, of course, it's raining. Okay. Kerma on the throw into Roberto. Crosses it in, but it's knocked away, but Petrov picks it up. Back out to Verdonk. Base of the box. Israel. Oh, off the post. Knocked away. Stevic's going to run that down, hopefully. And the highlight ends. Brun taps it to Diallo. Back to Brun. Up to Thijgen. Alawar over to Fuller. He's got no one in front of him, so he drives forward. In the box. Holds it up. Alawar, top of the box. Takes the shot. Bounces off a couple players. Loses all momentum. Seferovic has no problems picking it up. You got Furstein all the way out on the right, dude. Come on. Instead, you're going to wing it forward to Allison, who's going to head it down at Thijgen. Back to Allison. Back to Brun, who launches it towards Guerrero, who heads it back in to save it. Roberto ends up with the ball. Maria with a shot past a diving Brun, catches at the post and goes in. That was nice. Furstein, a nice long pass. Roberto stopped it, got by the defender, taps it over to Maria. Oh, it didn't hit the post. It went off. It looked like it went off Brun. I thought the ball looked like it got misdirected, but maybe not. And Furstein picks up a yellow. Lowell's to Thizgen, but it's knocked away. Tupa picks up the ball, crosses the top of the box, dispossessed by Petrov. Roberto over to Maria, gets by the defender, one-on-one with Brun, and he taps it by him, no problem. That was well done. That was really well done. I think that shows how much he's growing as a player, the fact that he's not kicking it at the keeper anymore all the time. Brun came out, and Maria just, easy as you please, tapped it right by him. And Roberto has both assists. Coming up on halftime, and there it is. We each have 9 shots, 4 on target. We have a slight possession advantage, but I don't think that really matters. Robert Maria, brace of goals off a Roberto assist each time. That's really, really well. Everybody's having a solid game. I don't know what happened there. Oh, Slamanu with the penalty kick from outside, and he curls it in. Wow. I didn't see the foul. I was looking to make sure my microphone was turned. Of course, let's wait until you're 15 minutes into the video before you check that, Jellico. Oh, Brun should have had that, but it was a very nice kick by Slamanu. Curled it in, top left corner. Bagandov with a corner kick in for Leipzig. Cordoba bounces back and forth. Kerma finally has it, clears it out. Maria, and the highlight ends. He headed it forward, but there was no one there to really help him, and the Leipzig defender got in his way, so he couldn't catch up to it. No, Uche is starting. It's Augusto who's out, and Verdonk scores off the Uche assist. We are thoroughly dominating Leipzig, and this is what we needed. If we want to finish in the top 2, this is exactly what we need. That's going to be a Roberto assist again, isn't it? Yep, 3 assists. About 65 minutes in, we are going to make a couple of changes. We are going to get Hurst on for Israel. He's at 73% and he's complacent, which is totally not a good thing. We're going to move Slamano back and get Furstein off, and we're going to bring on Hrvanik as the deep line playmaker, then switch him with Petrov. Brun taps it to Diallo on the goal kick. Fuller on the sideline, up to Segovic. He sends it over to Alouart, to Larson. Thizgen, over to Luiz, out to Guerrero. Guerrero crosses it in. Segovic's there, but it's over the crossbar. Uche to Maria. And Verdonk scores again. 5-0 up on Leipzig. We could not ask for a better result. Holy cow. We're beating the number 1 team in the group. We're doing it handily, and we're scoring a ton of goals, which is only going to help us. Actually, what would really help us is if Juve loses to Galatasaray. Let me see something here. Latest scores. Yeah, that's not happening. Good grief. Although in Galatasaray's defense, they have managed to score a goal, which is more than we can say for Leipzig at the moment. Roberto, back to Kerma, up to Petrov. Between the defenders, he takes a shot, but it curls wide right. Now, Helio scored for Barcelona. Coming up, we got 88 minutes. Well, it's the 82nd minute. We've got one more sub to make. Petrov just picked up a yellow, so we're going to get him off and bring on Tollison. And we're going to switch Tollison and Hrvanik. Hrvanik's another one of those players who is a defensive midfielder by trade, but he also plays a decent midfielder, but I'm retraining him to be a ball-playing defender. And that is the game with 23 shots, 13 on target, 1 woodwork hit, 2 clear-cut chances, 3 half chances, and a decent possession. I mean, okay, we're 1% less than Leipzig, but wow. Maria, a brace of goals. Verdonk, a brace of goals. Slamanu, a goal. Roberto had 3 assists. Holy cow. That was brilliant. And we are now ahead of Leipzig because of goal differential and goals scored. It's goals scored. And because we have 5 more than them, we are doing well. So the Juve game is going to matter. So let me save this real quick, and then we are going to come back for the Atletico Madrid game in just a bit. That was a really, really good win. I am quite happy and quite surprised, to be honest with you. I would have thought Leipzig would have given us a little bit more trouble, but I don't know. Maybe they thought they were playing for a top 2 position and decided to take it easy. Barcelona beat Celtic. Inter beat Man United. Any surprises, really? Copenhagen and Zagreb tying? Madrid beating Arsenal, that's not really a surprise. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyhow, we're going to be back with our game against Atletico in just a bit here. The assistant has gotten better at the team talks. I go in and I just do the individual stuff. Like when guys are on yellow, you go and you tell them to calm down. 9 times out of 10 it works. They don't pick up a second yellow card. Then again, they also don't challenge as aggressively either. Now Stevic picked up a yellow card. Israel, the corner kick. Throw up Petrov, and he blasts it past the Atletico keeper. I can't tell if Thorpe missed that. It fell at Petrov's feet, but let's check this out in the 3D here. Israel. Thorpe got it, but then it bounced off Jimenez and landed right at Petrov's foot, and that is why he scored. That was a lucky bounce, and sometimes it's what you need. Now, 65 minutes into the game, we're going to get a couple of these guys on yellows off. Broderson is going to come off, and Anic is going to come on. I don't know that I have replacements for Stevic. Yeah, I can bring on Uche. Although if Thorpe goes off, I'm going to be highly, highly miffed. And Israel picked up a yellow card. Of course he did. I praise the guys. Bates is nervous. Thorpe is nervous. Slamanu's nervous. And Slamanu also picked up a yellow card. Now, we got 4 minutes left in the game. Petrov's at 60%, but he can get by on that, I think. Firstine to Uche, back to Firstine, who launches up towards Maria, takes the shot right at the keeper. Manzano can't get it. Tollefson turns around. Israel's there, right at Swain. Freaking 6 yellow cards. Come on. That, I don't know if I can call that an annoyingly good game or not. The Petrov goal was nice. The 6 yellow cards absolutely bite. We had 20 shots, 9 on target. Only 1 clear-cut chance, 1 half chance. A decent possession advantage. Good grief. Pep talk, assertive. We got away with that. It says we're at the top of the Liga, but we're one of the few teams that's only played 13 games. Barcelona has yet to play. They're only a point behind us now, so assuming they beat, who are they playing? Cadiz. They'll be top of the league again, but there's only a 2-point difference, and that is, I'm not going to say it's overcomable because I'm not quite sure that's a word, but that is a hurdle we can definitely jump. So, coming up next, it is going to be probably Juve Osasuna. Because if we beat Juve, and Leipzig beats Galatasaray, that's too much math this late at night, but I'll probably get this in tonight. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to come back for Juve and Osasuna. So it's going to be a short turnaround. We're going to play Ibar offline, and then next episode will be Galatasaray Espanyol because I have to play Galatasaray, and God help us if that's the game we have to win in order to qualify, because that's just going to come back to bite us. It'd be a completely FM thing, wouldn't it? So a couple very good games. The the Leipzig game was absolutely phenomenal. And then, I'm not going to say we crapped the bed against Madrid, but man, we crapped the floor maybe next to the bed. 1-0 against an Atletico team that, okay, frankly, they're not bad, but they're not good either. They're only 13th. So, we should have done a little bit better. How many yellow cards? 36 yellow cards. Annoying as heck. But it wouldn't be an FM20 save if we didn't have more yellow cards and points. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please have a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those fast. My name is FM20.